remember, I think it was 182 items in it. Fashion, 182 items in it. So, and people bought it because they sold it, right? They sold it in home shows. They sold it in trade shows. So they just, that's all they made their money. There are billion-dollar companies out there like Avon, right? Multi-billion-dollar companies out there like Avon, and that's all they do is that they sell through a catalog, right? So there's a lot of money to be made. Economy is not doing well. Like I said, it's not doing well. And I think the only time I can relate to what we're going through right now was 2008 breakdown, right? So that's what's going on right now. 2008. It's been that long. During the pandemic, the government threw money at people, right? The government was throwing money at people, so people didn't feel it. It's not happening now, and the economy is not good. For the first time, uh, job report doesn't look good, and all of that stuff is exactly what we've been looking for. MLM was always about when the world economy collapses is where we grow. So MLM has always grown fast in countries that are economically weaker because people are motivated to work. People tend to go to sleep when their stomachs are full, right? But if if they have good jobs, if they're not concerned about job security, most people, not all, most people will only do just enough that they need to do. At this point, what I see is happening with the world economy, everyone you talk to, every country you go to, people are saying they're not doing well, businesses are closing down, buildings are empty, contractors, builders are going bankrupt, banks are going bankrupt. They talk about like some like 300 some odd banks in the US are about to default and go bankrupt. So this reminds me of 2008. And those were the years that MLM did its best. It just exploded because people now all of a sudden they're interested to talk about money. When people have enough money or are comfortable, they're looking for fun, they're looking for rest, they're looking for laziness, do whatever it is, right? Family time, whatever. When they start getting hungry, then they want to hunt. Human nature, right? They want to hunt. So what we need to do as entrepreneurs who run a business, and that's what we do, we run a business, we need to go to work every single day, regardless of how we feel. Doesn't matter if you feel good about it, you got to go to work. And you know what? I know you don't mind doing that. And the reason why you don't do that is because you try to motivate yourself to go to work, and all of a sudden, what do I do? Because you don't have a system. Not that we don't have a system. We have a system. You don't have a system. And you're not using a system. And then you burn through days and weeks and months, and next thing you know, year goes by, years go by. It can't be that way. Any type of work, job, business has a system. We have a system. We'll talk about that a bit later on. But if you've been down, remember the peaks and valleys? Things go up, and then that's going up. We tend to think, oh, it's going up forever. We're not responsible with our hours, work, or the money that we make. The next thing you know, it goes down to a valley, which it always does. All this money falls, oh, we're in trouble. Then if you're smart and you get it, you start working really, really hard to get down to the next peak and hopefully higher lows. But a lot of people just die right there. They just don't bother. They can't make it to the next peak. But, if you're serious about, if you're serious about changing your life, you're serious about doing something about the situation, you don't get a choice of not doing anything. You don't get that choice, right? I don't get that choice. If I want to present what I have, I got to go to work. You don't get that choice. You got to go to work. And we have an opportunity here that's absolutely tailored perfect for what's happening right now. In 2008, MLM exploded, absolutely exploded, because there was like hundreds of thousands of people losing their jobs. The car companies crashed. Remember that? GM, Ford, all of that. And a lot of those people, now all of a sudden, they had this good car factory job where they're supposed to be guaranteed for life. Next thing you know, they're getting early buyouts, and now they're jobless. So they're looking for something to do. And that's when MLM peaks. And so what's happening this year and next year you're going to see the job rate reports get worse and worse and worse, unemployment, and more people want to listen, looking and open to opportunities. So you need to, one of the things that we're going to talk about today is that we want to start talking more about money than ever before. Because see, when economy goes down, people wake up from different hibernation, right? Because they start to feel the pinch, and people left with two choices: either borrow to maintain their lifestyle, reduce the lifestyle that nobody wants to do, right? Or third, start another revenue stream. Some people will borrow, some people reduce their lifestyle, not many, but most people, I think, will look at another revenue stream. And what do? We sell two products. One product is products, the 1,000 products that we have. The second product we sell is an opportunity to sell products. We already offer that this is the time you need to put your flag up and tell everybody that you're in business. And you do that in any which way possible. You do it through trade shows. You do it through social media. You do it through phone calls. Have some office hours. I've been saying this for 30 years, and I'm still saying it. If you don't have office hours where you have a place where you get a phone in twice a week, whatever that schedule is, that you're actually making calls, opulence calls and nothing else, then you're promoting customer, you're not really building a business. Let's be clear about that. If it's a business, then you need to operate it like a business. I mean, these are just basic MLM business 101, right? So when the economy goes down, people wake up and they realize, okay, whether they don't have a job or they, or they don't like their job, or there is a threat of losing their job. I mean, I heard the other day Tesla let off another 14,000 people. That's Tesla. This is supposed to be one of the highest, rated, one of the most company, one of the most value in the world. And guess what? There's 14,000 people now panicking, and you have all the solutions. Again, this is just one company. There's literally hundreds of thousands of people every single month panicking in all countries. You need to put your flag up. Well, the first thing you need is you need a mission statement of yourself, not just the company, yourself. Why are you doing this? We call it a promise list, right? Then you put your flag up and you offer the two products that you have. Products that you sell and the opportunity to sell the products that you sell. It's not a complicated thing, but you need office hours. You need a box. You need to do some social events. What's the easiest way, the easiest, most fun way to restart? So some of you guys have been here for a while, and then maybe think, I want to get going. Because I get this all the time. People say, I want to get going, and I will get going. Some are honest enough to say, well, I want to get going, but I really don't know how to get going. And I'll tell you the same things I always tell you, because you need a box, office hours, all that. But, the fastest way in a fun way to do it, do a social gathering, right? Do a social gathering, whether it's at home, at a restaurant, in a coffee shop. Do a social gathering and invite a whole bunch of people and say, hey, guys, come on over. We'll have a coffee, and I want to show you my new business of products expand across the country. Some of you guys want to join me to expand this product line, right? Or some of you guys want to come and see what I'm bringing into this country. We're going to meet at this coffee shop, get a nice coffee shop, take a corner, a restaurant, take a nice room. The restaurants like that because, they get some business out of it, right? You get some business out of it. I think doing that at home is good too. And a social gathering is good too. You can meet at the hotel lobby. And here's a key important thing about this. You want to be prepared because you're going to invite all these people. Remember, the agenda for this meeting is one thing, and it's fun. Building like and trust. It's not about to sell anything. It's not about recruiting anyone. It's like and trust. It's about fun. It's about getting names to put in that box. And we know what's going to happen. You will have people join you. You will have people buy from you. That's just how it works. If you do a real home show, you're going to find every time you do a home show, not only get better at it, if you're not lazy about it, if you follow the way we have it in our books and in your back office, we have trainings for all this. You start to realize, you start to make, depending what country you are, 200-300 a week per show, or 500-600-700 a week per show, depending on where you are. So, because like things are not going well right now, but I was at the mall yesterday, Von Mills Mall, and it's unbelievable the amount of cars that was there. You see, here's another thing about people. When people are depressed, they shop. That's what they do. Shopping is the thing that they like to do. And what do? We offer shopping. We offer shopping. Tell your neighbors, everybody, hey guys, coming over. I'm having a home show with my new product line. Come over for coffee and take a look at what I'm doing. And maybe some of you guys want to distribute this with me. And yeah, shop therapy. That's right. So, but that's what we do. So set yourself a little social gathering somewhere. Go to a coffee shop, get a briefcase, load it up with all the latest development. All the latest. What's the latest development in this company right now? It's divine, right? And it's college. And of course, you have everything else. Then you have your FOR. Then you're gonna have the mouth spray. You're gonna have the mouthwash. You're gonna have, of course, you're gonna have the Save from Revolution. Plus, you're gonna have about 8-10 pieces of fashion pieces, 20-30 pieces. So you accumulate as you go. Somebody came in today. Like I see, I'm not in the showroom usually, but I see people going in. They're buying everything that's there because it's really cheap. We give it away at really cheap because these are stuff that maybe there's odd sizes left or a few years old or whatever, and people just take him. There was a guy came in today, so I was telling me, and he bought like 4 pairs of shoes, and he was delighted. He's been here for 10 years. Doesn't really do the business. To be honest, he wasn't even interested to hear about the health stuff. He's here because he wants to try, because he wants to keep on buying his fashion stuff. For 10 years, that's all he's done. He buys fashion stuff. So, and he's an older gentleman. He's in the 60s. So, and here's the thing I said about that. It's just, when I saw this gentleman, it kind of reminded me of the old days where he shows up. He's the 60s, he's distinguished. He's wearing a suit, beautifully, designed, and he comes right in, and all he wants to do is shop. And he wasn't interested to hear about the health stuff. So, because she tried, so that's why I talked to her about it. So my whole point to you is that, you can make money very quickly, and you're going to get a bunch of people who are going to try both. And I actually wrote a new slide today for the company. So what do we do? Well, we have 3 divisions now officially, and you need to learn your business, guys. The company's evolving fast. You need to evolve with it, because if you don't evolve with it, then you're obsolete. We can't be coming out with 2024 version of the cars that we sell, and you're still promoting the 1978 version of that car. You just can't, right? You have to promote the latest and greatest. You go to a dealership, right? And they give you the latest cars this year. You go to a restaurant, they give you the latest menu that they have this year. You can't say, well, 10 years ago, I've been coming to the restaurant for 10 years, and they have this menu. They don't have that menu. So the opulence the same way. Opulence is evolving, and you need to evolve yourself. So, anyways, basically, you want to promote your business, and the fastest way to do that is through some type of social gathering. Do it at home. Make sure you have a full kit. So we talk about cost transition. First of all, if you've been here more than 3 months, you should already have everything. At least a Save from Revolution, because you're on your Smart Buy, and your Smart Buy should be covering, you should have at least a Save from Revolution. By the way, when you use these products, you can even use the empty products, bottles, for your display. You can do that. So you want to get Save from Revolution, get 10, 20, 30 pieces of the fashion line in there. Make sure you're decked out head to toe and show people. Make sure you have a bunch of brochures. Invite 5 or 6 people. They come in, you get a couple of sales. You tell everybody, hey guys, invite some of your friends over the next one. And when they buy, I'll give you some free product. So they just reward them, right? Hey, listen, for every $100 your friends buy, I'm going to give you, an item for $30, right? Well, the $30 didn't cost you 30. You had 37% discount, right? Or maybe it was free, the Opulence points. You pick this stuff up through Opulence points. But my point is that you can easily make 1,000 to 3,000 a month doing home shows and trade shows. And it's an easy way to pick up 200-300 leads. Put it in that box. Now you got office hours. You smile and and you duplicate that process. So start becoming a business owner. You can't be a consumer and say, well, I'm not making any money. You have to stop becoming a business owner. Somebody walk in, a couple of ladies walking, and one of them was wearing slippers coming into our showroom. Like, seriously, like, you come into world headquarters, you're wearing slippers. And it's not Opulence slippers or anything. First of all, you shouldn't do that. But why aren't you wearing our stuff? And when I see that after 35 years of doing this, I'm thinking, well, how does this even happen? Like, how does this even happen? You join a company, you want to make money with that company, and you are using someone else's product. And not only using someone else's product, you wear it in front of your prospects, and you come to world headquarters with it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. And so I know that we need to do some better training, like we used to, some better training, etiquettes, things that you need to be a business owner. You can be a consumer, which is fine. I mean, however you want to be. But if you're a business owner, if you want to make money, if you want to be professional, right? If you make money in this business, you need to study some basic things. I mean, basic should be the main basic, right? Simple should remain simple, right? Using the product, and we made it easy because we got the shopping credit system. Nobody has shopping credit system. You can accumulate towards having a big everything. I know some of you guys, you have a beautiful display. Back in those days, we had this competition, and people literally behind me, the entire wall was just jewelry because we didn't have shoes back then. Then it became that we got people right now that we should highlight this. Actually, we should send the camera there and get permission, and they have full rooms of every shoes and bags. So this is what you do, right? This is what you do. You get it, and you display it, you wear it. And when you wear our stuff, people constantly ask you, oh, what is nice bag, nice watch? This happens all the time. Nice sunglasses. I don't know how many of you guys saw my video today. If you're not seeing my video, why not? This is your CEO, right? Follow. Go to Facebook, Instagram, follow. And I do a lot of my Opulence stuff on Facebook. Instagram is more personal stuff. But I did it because it's summer. Came out, I put my convertible. I was ferried up head to toe. Head to toe. And what's interesting, because I'm always using all my products, something interesting happened today. Not today, but it happened last week, but I shared it today. We hired someone to do something for us on a regular basis. And person heard about our products. He said, I want to try them. I want to stay on them for the rest of my life. So she took 1/3 of her salary, a monthly salary, 1/3 of her monthly salary, which is about $275 a month, what she was doing for us in products. So I put her on Smart Buy with my credit card on it. She said, I want these products and pay me the rest in cash. I'm thinking, this is the very first time that somebody in Opulence barter service for our products. This is insane. This is amazing. And all it was that she was around. I asked her, can you do this work from one of my properties? She said, yeah. What do you do? What do you conversation? Next thing, hey, I need this, I need this, I need this. Next thing you know, put me on a Smart Buy, pay portion of my salary, which is $275 a month. The person is not even a member. Like, so basically getting retail. So this is the type of products you have, folks. And I need you to start becoming a business person, be a pro. It's not that hard, right? It's not that hard. You join, you get a bunch of brochures, you get all the products you can get, you make a list, you get a bunch of people to your home, coffee shop, restaurant, hotels lobby. You be organized, you get a bunch of brochures, you get a bunch of brochures, you get a dream book with the presentations in it. You take the products out, just talk about them. You're gonna sell it right there. Just by talking about it, you're gonna sell it right there, just like the lady I was telling you about. And you're gonna start buying it right there. You offer a monthly subscription to that product. Some will take it, some won't. But now you got 7, 8 leads to follow up on, whether they bought or not. It goes in that box. That's it. That's it. You just do this on a regular basis. And I would tell people that, by the way, you make a recommendation, you get some free products. We have a system. We have a royalty program. It's 10%, right? VIP recommends another VIP. And they buy. The upline distributor or partner makes money. And the VIP gets 10% of free products. We already have that, right? You can do that yourself. You don't have to worry about our VIP program. You can tell your friends together. Tell them, hey, my next show is next Wednesday. Please come and bring somebody with you. And whatever they buy, I'll give you 10% free products. That's it, 10% free products. So again, it's not hard to get things going. The focus of the social gatherings, guys, is why it's so fun and why people do it always. People who do this stuff in other companies, like, I mean, there's companies like A1, Mary Kay. There's a lot of these direct sales companies that last 50 years doing this because they're fun to do. It's not really a presentation, right? People come out, they want to try stuff out, and they laugh, they have a drink, a coffee, and they get a free gift. They're kind of happy. You call 2 of their friends, and next year you pick up some customers. Next year, you got customers keep on growing. Next year, somebody say, hey, listen, I want to do this in my town. Hey, you sign them up, they go, and you go help them out. Next year, you're traveling. It's beautiful because you're building or organized. You're being a business owner. You're being a business owner. So you got to ask yourself a question. I mean, it's not a complicated business. Are you a business owner or are you a promoting customer? If you don't have the most basics of the business, which is by doing the 12th commandment, right? The 12th commandment document, that's the most basic. That should be done in the first 3 hours, right? If you launch now, that tonight, you should do the 12 commandments. Some of you guys probably never done it. So tell me, when you do the most basic thing that takes about 3 hours, are you a customer or are you a business owner? I mean, any other form of business, if you want to buy traditional business, you just write a check and don't know what they're doing, or you're going to work there for 2 months, make sure you pick up everything that he's doing so you can carry on the business. When you buy a franchise, they send you for training. In this business, we need to get training. It's not that hard. You can do it from home, you can do it part-time, but you need some basic. The 12th commandment, you can read it in 10 minutes. You can probably do it in about 2-3 hours, but that's the vital part of the business. But here's the thing. It's simple to do, but if you don't do it, then the question remains then, are you a promoter? Or are you a distributor? Are you a partner? Are you a brand partner? Are you an email operator? Or are you just a promoting customer? Promoting customer is you try something, you like it, and you tell other people about it. That's fine. And it works. Everybody does it. But if you make a lot of money and make it long term and make it your career, I've done this for 35 years, guys. If you're only doing this, working from home, next 10, 15, 20 years, 35 years, then no, you got to become an operator. Luckily, it's very simple to become an operator. So when you do this social gathering, the key thing is like and trust. Have a good time. Just have a good time. Fun. By the way, all products are fun. You could have a very nice shoe in the bag or in the display. Oh, wow, look at this. Look at the quality. Oh, it's nice. Where do you get it? Here's a watch. Here's the sunglasses, right? Here's Ferry. Here's Porsche. The conversation is a lot of fun. You got to say from Revolution, somebody said, hey, listen, what's this antioxidant? It's basically A to Z. I think Amarjit says it's an A to Z for everything. Something like that. Amarjit put that in the chat group. I don't know how you describe it. I know she's notorious for selling F1 to Uber drivers. And everybody, because she goes on with Uber. So then you go to the toothpaste. So give you an example. I went to my dentist and just 30 years. My dentist finally said, you've been telling me about this no fluoride thing, but I was not into it before because they're told that fluoride is okay. He says, well, I know there's a big movement about it. So I was telling him about fluoride, all the lawsuits and stuff. He said, okay, bring me for everybody here, right? So that's mine after so many years. And now we have their oral dental association, the big, and they came to see us here, and they were absolutely blown away that we have how much science we have in our oral care without fluoride. We're invited this Friday to a big gala they have with 300 dentists are there and all that stuff. So now we're getting people who are just getting very interested because what we do is very high end. You talk to people properly, like a pro, right? Like a pro. That means you're using the product, you're reading about it, you get on these calls, and you start talking to people. But like a pro, we have two oral surgeons sitting here, and one of them owns this big organization of dentists, and he's the one that's actually. So he's asking me now. So okay, so how does this work? You know, if you want to sell through all these dental offices, he was blown away by amount of knowledge Sanaz had on fluoride and how our stuff works. And one of them has written a book. He says, you know, the stuff you're talking about, please come on the stage and talk about that. Because I know that the dentists that we deal with, they don't know any of this stuff. I said, well, that's not unusual. That's not unusual. It's like when you go to a car dealership, the guy's been selling cars for 30 years. He's good at selling cars, but he doesn't understand cars. He's not an engineer. He never built a car, right? He just sells cars. So same thing with, dentists. They're good at, doing stuff with the teeth, but they don't understand toothpaste or fluoride. They know it, so they know some basic general things, right? If the guy who owns a restaurant for 30 years doesn't make him a chef, right? He knows how to run a restaurant, but he doesn't know how to cook. It's the same happens with dentals, with dentists. They know how to work with the teeth, they're trained for that. They don't know what causes everything, there's some basic general stuff. They don't know what products are out there, the science behind it. What we can teach you here, I mean, the training you get in our place is incredible. You guys have no idea the high level training you get in this company. You should be taking notes every time you get on these calls and read about it. And you do that, guarantee you within 3 to 6 months, you'll talk like me. But if you're sitting around, you're listening, kind of watching TV, kind of on your phone, kind of walking around, kind of taking care of the kid, kind of, you're on, but you're not picking anything up. And even if you sat quietly and listened to me for a full hour, and here's the facts. You only retain 15% of the first hour of information that you receive. That means you lose 85% of it. You lose most of it. And 3% of the second hour and more. So you lose 97% of it. So that's why, if you're going to lose 85% in the first hour, take notes. That's why all the scholars, all the CEOs, all the business people, you go to a seminar, what are they doing? There's writing. Every time I go somewhere, I'm writing. I don't trust my mind, and I spend the time and the money to be there, and I don't want to miss a thing because I know the mind can't hold it. And you guys should do the same. If you get on these calls, and you actually take a lot of notes, and you read those notes, and then you teach those notes, in 3 to 6 months, you're going to sound like Sanaz. Telling you, you're going to sound like Sanaz. You may not have the hair flow, but you know her information, right? You're going to sound like me after 3 to 6 months if you just, write down and read it and teach it. So here's another thing too. In these events, social events we talk about, we've made it easy now. I don't know how many of you guys know. You have a QR code in your back office. Did you know that? If you put your phone on the QR code, it actually brings it to your page, right? So that is something you should take a picture of. You should have it as a backstopper to your phone. So you touch it, it comes on. and make easy for people to go sign up on your, and send it out. You can send it out too. Capture screen, send it out by text, WhatsApp. Hey, listen, hey, we can't buy this. Here, send the QR code, you can buy it there, right? And then here's my name or username or whatever, right? So make it simple. Because so especially in these social gatherings, you say at the restaurant, somebody says, hey, I want this, so here, no problem. I don't have this one yet because it's an empty bottle, because you should have some full bottles, by the way. But this is somebody bought it. You need another one? No problem. Here, place an order, gets directed to your, here, scan this. Okay, my code is this, username is that. Okay, that's it. You go here, done. By the way, the retail mall, the May 15th, we're going to be giving you a show on that. It's so simple. It's designed for that, right? It's so simple. And it's so beautiful. It's absolutely so beautiful. But the QR code is a simple thing. Go to your back office. Okay, so somebody can maybe put a link here in the chat and capture screen it, or I mean, pick or the capture screen on your phone, or you take a picture of it if you're on a computer. Make that a backstop of your phone on display. And what's your business here? Scan this. You can go sign up there. Here's my code. Here's my username. When you do these type of social gatherings, it's simple. It's very easy to say, here, scan this, right? It's not hard. You go to restaurants these days. You go to restaurants. There's no more menu. You know that. Oh, they have this thing with a QR code on the table. So you take your phone and you do QR. You have to scan it to get the menu in the restaurant. So we already have that stuff. Did you know about it? No. Then I have a question for you. Are you promoting customer or your operator? Are you a business owner? Are you operating an email? Or are you just promoting customer? Because if you're an operator, you should know all the stuff. Have you done your 12 commandments? That should happen the first 3 hours of your lunch. Well, literally, the first 3 hours. If you sign me up tonight, if I'm going to put my money down for an opportunity, I don't trust you. I want to know what the company has to offer, because you might not have done your job. Maybe you're like most sometimers who are kind of in, but you're not in. I would want to know, where's the 12th commandment? Then I'm studying that. I'm doing that tonight because I want to make sure that I'm successful. I'm not doing this. It's good that if I'm successful, you will make money. But that's what network marketers do. By the way, if you don't do this stuff, when you run into some of these networkers, they're not going to be impressed to join you. They won't join you. I wouldn't join you because we want to work with a team that are really into this, right? You got to be serious. People follow serious people. People take that as strength, right? Even if they're weak, if you come across stronger, they would want to follow you, right? So you got to do the most basic things. And in these events, like I said, it's about like and trust. Get your QR code tonight. Get your QR code tonight. After this call, you're going to do two things. You're going to go to Forensic Networker YouTube channel, and you like and comment on everything. And you're going to go to your back office, and you're going to go to, I think it's under profile, and there's going to be QR code. Look for it. You should be able to look for it. And you take a picture of that. You keep that picture to send it out to other people. When somebody wants to buy something or look at your business, you can just send it out. And you can put it on the back of your phone. You can look at it every day and remind you of your business. All right. So going back to the economy we talked about in 2008, although I was with a health product back then, it was a health product company, and it was very similar to how we treat the Fountain of Life here. They had about 15 products, some weight loss stuff or whatever, but they had one juice that it was a be-all, end-all. It was really 90% of the sales. And so although we were in a health business and the product was good, we promoted the hell of the business because we knew 2008, people, what's happening right now, people are financially struggling. So if you are hungry, what are you looking for? Food. If you're thirsty, what are you looking for? Water, right? If you need money, what are you looking for? Better health product? No, you need money, right? You want to give them what they're looking for, right? So start. So I'm not saying not to sell your product because we do both. What I'm saying is do both. Do both. Yeah, but I'm shy talking about money. Oh, I don't know how to talk about, oh, I don't become good at it. It's not that complicated. The person you're gonna sell some people, and then you're gonna find people to also find some people. So that's how you grow. By yourself, it's a slow build, right? If everyone's buying, you make somebody to profit, which is good. Especially if you're doing home shows. Well, if you want to touch the comp plan, especially this comp plan, it's a big comp plan. You need other people to also touch some money, start to rank up so you can rank up. Next thing you know, you've got lifelong residual income. It's not that complicated. Start throwing income. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm not making a lot of money to talk about it. So what? That's why you're doing this. That's why you're doing this. All of you guys can have a fantastic business testimonial. If you have 6 people in your organization, I mean, I know being ridiculous because you guys got thousands and hundreds, but if you have 6 people in your organization, here's how I would put it. So I'm doing a presentation. I said, look, I'm going to build this. I love how this thing works. You start with me. Now I got 6 people in my organization. We all working together. We expand across the country. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? So I plan to have 100 by 30 days. I plan to have 500 in about the year. I plan to have 5,000. And you know what? My upline, he's got 28,000 people. It made millions. But I could see how that can happen. See, you're talking about the process. I know what you're making right now. You're making right now, making retail sales right now. It's great, quick cash money. And I'm always going to do that. But join me so we can both do that. And then we expand our business across the country. And then we can get lifelong residual income. Did you know this comp plan pays about $60,000 a week? A week? That's a week. That's about $240,000 a month. That's what it would do just on the commission side. We haven't talked about the bonuses. So I want to touch that. I want to touch some of that. So what do we have to do that? We get some customers, and we find some customers to get some customers. That's all we do. There's nothing else. We find some customers, and some will use it. And some of those customers will also want to get some customers so they can make money. That's it. That's the whole business. There's nothing fancy about that. So throw some money, some income into your presentation. Start becoming good at, because right now, I'm telling you, this is the best time. This is probably the best year, this year, next year, with the best time since 2008. That was like 16 years ago. The last time I saw this type of pressure on people was back in 2008. But we crushed it. We absolutely crushed it because, it's like that mice story, right? You got lots of mice going around. What type of business you want to be? And you do well, mice trap business. So right now, we have this major problem that people are very stressed at. And the governments are stressed at. And what we have is, solution for that, offering them a way to join you so you can build a business together. So this stuff is not complicated unless you don't follow a system. And I think people get confused about that. They think system is a training. No, training is part of the system. One of the part of the system. And we give you the system. But the very first basic part of the system is the 12 commandments. Have you done it? So, if we don't follow the system, then I guess you're promoting customers. Look, promoting customers makes some money, but they're not going to make a lot of money. Let's just put it out there, right? You're going to be a pro, you're going to make a lot of money. So to make a lot of money, especially a lot of people don't have any experience at all, then you got to follow a system. So what's a system? A system is made of series of strategies. It's a strategy to recruit, strategy to close, a strategy to sell products, strategy to, motivate, and mentorship is a series of strategies. In our company, we call that the next 30 days training system. It's there already. The next 30 days. So system is a series of strategies. What's a strategy? Strategy is a series of rules. If you don't follow rules, you don't have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you're not following a system, then I guess you're promoting customer. It's not that complicated. You have a prosperity book. It's all there. Next 30 days. So rules mean something you follow. That's it. You follow the rules, some basic rules. You go to your job, there's some basic rules. You run a business, there's some basic rules. You drive your car, there's some basic rules. You got to follow some basic rules. If you don't follow any rules, then you don't have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, then you don't have a system. If you don't have a system, you don't have a business. Businesses are run on systems. So, and when you have rules is what dictates and creates a series of patterns. So if the rules you're following is no rules at all, then that creates one set of patterns, which is probably not very positive. If you follow the rules that the company sets out for you to do, set your promise list, get your kit, get your bag, do some social, get on trainings, take some notes, do your pathway to 5 figures, which is a forensic $1 million plan, right? It's all in your prosperity book, right? So, and I know a prosperity book is not come out, and the reason why it hasn't come out is because we're adding a bunch of new things to the company, and we don't want to print, and then now we got new things coming on it, and we've changed a lot of things, and for positive things, we added some stuff like commission boosts and variants, all that stuff. So we want to make sure that your prosperity book, although it's finished now, Cam said he was going to send it to you this week, and we're going to print it and send it to you. So again, rules create a series of patterns. So is it a pattern of success, or is it a pattern of failure? If you're following the company systems, that means you got company strategies. That means you're following the company rules. And now you got some patterns that associate you ranking up in the compensation plan. It's that simple. You're either following the company rules that helps you move up, or you're following some other rules that's contradictory to the company rules and takes you somewhere else. So when you take a look at this, you say, well, the rich people must be smart. They're not really smart. They just know and understand and follow some basic rules. That's all it is, some basic rules. I asked everyone last week, we had about the same amount of people, make sure you have one more person from your team on this call. Right? It wasn't that hard. It's like you can't to be, hey, listen, you gotta get on the call. No, you really gotta get on, because I made a promise, right? Now we have double amount of people, and you would have now a motivated person who was not active before, now is starting to become active. Now they're gonna say to you, I got some really, really good information tonight. I didn't even know about this other stuff. So now this is what happens. You follow some basic rules that identify, are you a promoting customer, or are you a business owner? Are you a Nippon operator? See, patterns are important, because what a pattern you do, DMO, we call DMO, daily method of operation, what pattern you do brings you to a result that you have, right? If the patterns are conducive to a result, then they get good result. Patterns not conducive, they don't get good result, right? And patterns are always magnified. In MLM, patterns are always magnified by duplication. We talk to people all the time, and they say, I wanted to quit, or I quit because my upline quit. Duplication happens, right? Or I stayed away because my upline was so negative and didn't want to deal with her. Okay, so I don't think that's valid anyways, because when I got into MLM in 1990, my upline, who I still talk to, by the way, my upline quit within, I think it was 6 weeks. So man, I'm 20 years old. The guy who chased me for 6 months to get me into that company, he got me in and he quit. It's interesting. Last night till 2:30 in the morning, I was talking to him because we're both doing intermediate fasting. And so here we are 35 years later, we're still talking. And 35 years ago, when he approached me for MLM, he was doing carpet cleaning. He had a company that he did carpet cleaning. I was in the pizza business. 35 years later, last night I was talking, he still does carpet cleaning. 35 years, his body's beat and stuff. So he works out to try to, and 35 years later, here I am. So again, patterns, right? His pattern kept him out of success and into whatever he was doing. Still 35 years later, still there. And my pattern took me out of my pizza business, and there's $5 multi-million later. Here we are. So he's using our products now. I mean, my point to you is this, guys, it's not that difficult to understand the secret of success. First, you got to answer a question for you. Are you a promoting customer or are you an email operator? If you're running a business, then that business is run on systems, right? And systems, are run on strategies. Do you have a strategy? Do you know what you're going to do tomorrow? Do you have the box? Do you have any plans to do any social gatherings, restaurant, coffee shops, your home, right? If you're going to do that, do you have the rules in place where you have all the products and you got the bag and you have the presentation book? So all this stuff, the simple stuff you only do one time. The presentation book happens one time, right? You put in a few hours a week. Those are the rules. Put a few hours a week, because the rules will determine your patterns. If your rule that you follow is that I'll do my business whenever I feel like it, well, 35 years from now, you probably weren't going to be where you are now, in your field where you're doing, because it's not going to be effective. Well, if your rule is that, no, I think I'm going to go and tonight, I'm going to get that 12 commandment, I'm going to read it, and make sure it gets done, and tell everybody I brought in, and hey, listen, you got to get the 12th commandment. And say, hey, guys, I want to get going. I'm going to restart. I was on the call last night with Forensic, not going to miss another one again. And let's restart. And how we're going to do that is that we're going to get a briefcase, load it up with stuff, get some fashion stuff, use our points, shopping credits, load it up, and we're going to start wearing this stuff. We're going to invite 2-3 people each. We're going to go to a coffee shop, come to my house, some refreshments, and we're just going to catch up. Hey, guys, here's what we're doing. So some of you guys, this is what we're doing, and here's the, here's my website. We can go through it. We got a lot of stuff, and we're going to expand that across the country. And maybe some of you guys want to build with me. There's about a $4 million comp plan that I want to touch. And already, I got involved. Didn't understand at first. I got 12 people now. I got 300 people now. I'm thinking, damn, he went from me to 12 people, 300 people, whatever. And I wasn't even serious. And I know people in this company who've made millions for years. So with what's going on with economies, everything else, I'm not optimistic. So I think I want to rely on me more than want to rely on the economy or the job or anything like that. So you get your box, you start doing this over and over and over and over again. Stay a distributor, stay an operator, stay a business owner. That's what you're here for. You're here to make money. Next week, bring somebody with you. We'll have double the numbers, right? It's not that hard. You're thinking right now, who are you going to bring, right? If you're not going to do it, you're following some other rule. I just give you it should be a real eye-opening, awakening. It should be a real shocking, real life story that I just told you. The guy who got me into MLM, we talk every day today. 35 years ago, he was a young man doing carpet cleaning. 35 years later, he's an old man now doing carpet cleaning. He tells me his knees are shot, like he's in pain. And he got me in that. I made my first million in that company. All he had to do was stay with me, right? Because I was here. And he would have made money on that. He didn't. And he's seen what I've done since, but he somehow followed his own rules, right? He's he's very complimentary. He's a good guy. What's happened to me, he's very but I'm only sharing that with you because you're all following a set of rules. You all are. The question is that going to rank you up in opulence to touch that $4 million comp plan, or is it taking you somewhere else? It's not that difficult to be on the right system. So to wrap up, are you a promoting customer or are you an email operator? The difference is promoting customers not working on any systems. Email operators are working on systems. Systems are based on strategies, like a bunch of strategies. Promoting customers have no strategy, right? Strategists set up some rules that they follow. Promoting customers have no rules at all. They kind of do it whenever they do it. Those rules will determine the patterns that you're going to go through as a success or a failure, right? Well, so, and all you have to do is follow the company system. It's called the next 30 days. It's the forensic networker. First part of the next 30 days, the 12 commandments. Start with that. Within a week, you should be caught up to all the training that you need. It doesn't take much. And you're ready to do your first social gathering. You do one trade show, you get 300 leads. It's incredible. And I'm telling you, work together. Work together on a weekly basis, daily basis, talk to each other, do shows after shows after shows after shows. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of things going on. There's a meeting going on. Meeting grows. Next thing you know, you go from NLA, LAP. Next thing you know, you're at LD1. You quote for them GRS. Next thing you know, on LD2, you're on the cruise. Next thing you know, you're driving, you need a car, your car breaks down. I say, you know what? I'm very close to getting a car club qualified. You're driving a new dream car of yours. Next thing you know, you're getting revved up as an LD3 to go on an exotic vacation. You get weekly. Just imagine weekly. You're gonna on Tuesday, you get all these commissions and bonus commissions on 15th of the month. So in 1 week, in the month, you're gonna get two payments. You get the commissions and you get the perks, bonuses, and GRS, car club, all that. That's really cool. Now we have 2 days during the week you get paid because we put commission boosts on Friday. So now you get paid on Tuesday and Friday. Plus, so 1 week of the month, you get 3 payments. I mean, how fun is that? Showing that to your prospect, right? How fun is that? Let me show you. I got paid on Monday, I guess Tuesday. I got paid on Friday. And I got paid on Wednesday because it happened to be the 15th. I got paid 3 times this week. How cool is that? With that, I'm going to pass it back to our LD3, Jocelyn.
Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful training. My 3 years ago flashback in my mind. The very, very first thing I did was to get into this training, the forensic training. I remember I'm raising my hand and I tried to hear everybody. I'm so excited. The excitement came from here. And thank you so much, our CEO Ramin, for your heart to help and experience and to live an opulent life to all of us. And thank you for your visions, for mentoring us, for your time. We're so very grateful and lucky we are
I love the
in
picture
our.
behind you. I love the picture. See, you're showing the epitome. This is the perfect picture, right? You got the health on one side, you've got the fashion on one side. That's our business, right? And I see there is your cost transition, there is your financial planning, there is your PV 450, and then now you duplicate. Now you got 3 times the volume. So again, that picture behind you is the absolute perfect picture perfect of how opulence should run. I see that John Bosworth LD3 says he uses a QR code. John, put your hand up. Why don't you come on, tell us a little bit about the QR code and how you use it, and maybe some word of wisdom. So again, that picture behind you, I have those red shoes. I have that watch. I have four colors of that watch.
Our CEO, I would like to, when you said that 12 commandments, I always bring this with me, especially with our new distributor, because it's a pattern, it's guide, the 1 to 12. It's we call this here new distributor orientation, NDO. We call it here NDO, and of course we have this 7 minute fashion product showcase. It's not updated now, but still we can use this picture. So we love it. Thank you for all your
You're an operator.
innovations and
You're an operator. You run a business. You're a business owner. You look like one. Like you have everything. Look at behind you. You're perfect head to toe. This is what you are. You know, you want to become somebody inspiring to your people. Not only they become your customer and buy from you, they also want to be you. They want to become an operator. So they can talk like you, they could dress like you, be able to do what you do. So I'm very proud of you, Jocelyn.
thank you
You're
so
impressive
much.
young lady.
Yes. So once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you're in the world. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day. And thank you for being with me for this past 2 weeks. This is my last hosting for the hosting challenge. So thank you so much. I really love this, and looking for more. So stay forensic and to the billion.
All right, everybody. Good night, everybody. Stay forensic.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.